Hello, gambling tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Xenonauts. Sort of. I mean, we're playing it, but I'm also skipping stuff. So, I thought about it for a fair while, tried to rationalize back and forth. I'm gonna not be doing all the missions again. I know we just got to phase 4, like, not that long ago, but this mission won't get us any new tech. We've already got all the size and specialists for the smaller ships and all the normal xenomorphs. So, like, there's nothing here we can get besides some weapons, some alloys, you know, the regular stuff. So, it's just to grind stats and resources, and I don't really want to do that. I'm just going to burn out. And then it's the same thing with this. We just did a battle carrier like 2 episodes ago. Maybe you guys, you know, future tubers might have missed it. But it's not going to be much different. It's just kill a bunch of robots. And we've seen carriers, you know, we see terror carriers. It's the same map. It's just tier 4 robots. So, yeah, I'm just going to do that too. Now, the risky part here is that if you skip too many, you might not be prepared for the final wave. But I think we've done enough over the time that we're not that far behind anyway. And what we really need is tech. So there's certain missions you should not skip. But missions that are like duplicates, it's probably okay to skip them a little bit. How long it would take to get 100% of all the Steam games? Well, for me, that would basically be impossible. There's not enough hours in the world. Okay. We've built our first round of sonic weapons. Oh boy. Get hyped for some sonic sniper rifles. Oh, you know, I kept saying, like, I meant to fix that HUD, and I kept saving it, and I kept not reloading it. Hold on. Fix that. Blue's lying. He's already got all the achievements. Level 9,000 Steam profile. You have completed everything. Even future games. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. How'd you know? Oh, let's get this extra antimatter rifle done first. And get that pulse minigun. Seeing as we lost a pulse minigun, I do want to replace that. What did we ship to North Africa? Antimatter core. Boom! Heavy singularity explosives. It's bigger than normal singularity, which is better than fusion, better than alenium, better than all that stuff. Plasma, it's better than all that stuff. It's so gigantic, the world's gonna explode. I mean, realistically, you know, black holes are dangerous. Anyway, look at all this stuff. More research! So, I want to see the aircraft weapons. To be honest, we should be able to research these pretty fast. I'm not sure if the vehicle weapons will be that impressive, but let's get this queued up. Might as well just queue it all up all together. How many people do you really need working on every little thing? All right, we've got 20 scientists. Let's get that rocket. We don't use no mechs around this place. It's kind of unfortunate. I wish mechs were a little bit better on my list of things I wish for. All right, our final doctor interrogation. We have tapped into the power of medicine. And we also do more damage to civilians. Cool. So we really don't have a whole lot more to research here, to be totally honest. Let's have a look at our brand new medkits. The final tier of medkits. So, what do you guys think? They're pretty big. It's like a giant Popat. We've got a Popat medkit and a kind of looks like a, what do they call those things in Stargate? The little kind of like phaser rifle things, phaser pistols. Somebody knows the name. They had a weird name though. No one on the show could pronounce them either. It wasn't just me. More like a jetpack. Yeah, I can see that. Zat Nicotels. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Kaidar. This had a dumb name. No one could say it. They just shortened them to Zats or Zits or something later on, right? Hit him with the Zats. Anyway, I don't know. It looks kind of like a snake, right? A little bit like a snake. So, sure. The main difference is they weigh more and they heal more. 70 total health. I think the old ones were, what, 55? Well, Blood Angel, why aren't you watching Stargate? Stargate's awesome. It's a little bit 90s, so you gotta be into the 90s. Yeah, so more healing, probably weigh an extra kilogram. And then if you ever want to bring some extreme first aid kits, you can bring some of these. So, alright. It might mess up some of our loadouts a little bit, because they're heavier, you know. But, you know, we'll make do. You want to watch it? Oh, your lady friend won't watch Stargate? Oh, wow. Alright, anyway. Research complete. Minigun built. Well, partially built. Let's get that pulse minigun upgraded. Sorry, B team, but we'll get you that minigun right back. No time flat. Oh, you know what I didn't do during my break? B team just did a mission, and I didn't even queue anything up. They just cleared out a battle cruiser. So let's get some... See, the battle cruisers give good stuff, even. Like, they're not even... Of all the missions to skip, like, they're fairly easy, and they give you some good engines and weapons. Like, that's not bad. It was, civilians. We did capture 2 elites. Two civilian elites and 1 Haradan elite. You'll notice there's no leaders here, hey? So I think I was correct... I don't know why I queued that up. Just automatic. Back when I said the Phase 4 and the Phase 3 Sizen and civilians have the same, like, officer class. Oh, we're gonna get the tank info soon enough as well. This is probably from the professor we captured. And I didn't check... But it's possible they dropped a dark weapon somewhere? Dark or something? No. No darkness today. Alright. Well, you know, not a ton of stuff, but hey. We do what we can. Alright, we got another antimatter rifle. The reason we built that was... So we have 5 total Mark III antimatter rifles. I'm going to send that one to B team, I guess. So for now, we're spreading them out. Just spreading them around. And B team loves their antimatter. Oh, one thing for you future tubers. One of these days, I'm going to go through and sell all of our Phase 2 and 3 stuff. I think... having too many entries on these storage screens is going to slow the game down a little bit. I'm a little bit worried. So, I think I'm going to clean up some of the stuff we don't use anymore, like Mark 1 sniper rifles, you know. Even though it's antimatter. It would be better if you could disassemble it, but... Oh yeah, so tank wreckage. The Mark 4 tank. Or the Tier 4 tank, that is. You know, there's some stats here. It didn't seem that tough. It's got a lot of kinetic defense. Some of these entries are still pretty funny. Kinetic armor has reached silly level, although it can still be worn away if you've got an ammunition factory's worth of ammunition. An ocean of time and you don't get killed. But, you know, it's not that bad. The killer tank. Hey, Rides with the big super chat. Thanks, dude. I'm glad you're enjoying the Red Ankylo Army. We were talking about prestiging in the chat ranks one day. So, if you get to the top rank of chat Ankylo colors, you could prestige you back down to the beginning and start at a Red Ankylo again. You'd be a Red Ankylo Tier 2. Alright, that's our antimatter rifle. There's our replacement pulse minigun. Let's get that sonic sniper out of the way. Alright, singularity explosives. The single most powerful weapon ever created with its size. Unstable and not even tested. This could kill your soldiers in the blink of an eye. How about an advanced singularity explosion? It's even less tested than the one before it. Oops, I didn't mean to go to the research screen, to be honest. Let's see, what do we got here? There's only 20 people working on missiles. 10 people working on torpedoes. Okay. 9 more months, you'll have the max badge on YouTube. That's true. That's pretty awesome. Oh, don't watch Game of Thrones, Blood Angel. Well, okay, you can watch Game of Thrones, but you have to stop around season... What season is it? Season 5 or 6? Don't go past that. That's the problem. It starts strong, but it doesn't last. Singularity missiles. We'll look at the missile stats once we're done researching them all. Torpedoes. Yeah, we'll compare them. Apparently, that's all we get for air weapons right now. So, should we build these? So the missiles, you know, this is our standard explosive line of missiles. We've gone Sidewinder, Alenium, Alenium, Plasma, Fusion, Singularity. We had a lot of in-betweens there. It does do 525 per shot, 6 shots, standard sort of missile loadout. I think if you compared them to the fusion missiles, not a lot different. Slightly longer lock-on time. I'm not sure... I don't really have a lot of vessels that use, like, missile weapons. I generally use torpedoes or cannons. But, you know, we are talking about over 3,000 damage from missiles, and that's pretty good these days. That's a lot of damage. On the torpedo front, this is more likely the kind of upgrade I want, because we're currently using a lot of fusion torpedoes, so maybe we can upgrade them to singularity torpedoes. So the fusions were 862 times 4 shots. The new ones are 2250, but only 2 shots. The sneak peek streamers have seen this before, but to give a little bit of analysis to the future tubers, it's all about that one big torpedo, and then you get out of the way. So I think this is probably better, but it's a little bit more, it's a little different with how you want to fly around. It's probably not as good against point defense, because you only fire one, and having it shoot down one gigantic torpedo is a little bit more painful for your total damage. But in waves of 6 from my Furies, or whatever they upgrade to, they're only going to shoot down one, and the other 5 torpedoes will probably destroy them. So I'm a fan of this. I think it does do an enormous amount of damage. So, assuming we've got the alloys, we could probably build a lot of these. It's going to be 6 per group of Furies, plus 2, like 1 per Lotus, 1 per Cyclone. So we're going to start with like 8 at each base. Yeah. And like, they're not that expensive. The problem is more that I'm building so many of them. Well, it's going to be tough for C-Team. What I'm going to do with C-Team is send them some backup alloys. You know, A-Team is getting a lot from shooting down interceptors, especially. So we should share some of the treasure. Resources. Oh, right. Base 3. Resources, of course, it doesn't keep your sorting. Resources. Alloys. We'll send them like 60. We'll send them 50, so 150 and 78. How's base 2 doing for alloys? This way. Base 2. Transferring to base 3. I definitely need to clean this page up. It's going way slower than it used to, just loading up all this list. Too much stuff. They got 158, so they can share 30, let's say. Alright. What about Elenium? Hold on, I should have checked that while I was here. Neither of them have a lot of Elenium. Let's share 10. And I should have sent some from A-Team as well. Base management is just not my strength these days. Okay, so, exposing weaknesses. Well, if we don't share our resources, how will we build more future bombs? Timberwolf Ion, Sonic Tech for a mech. If we look into building more mechs, I will look more seriously into upgrading their weapons. I guess I could build these. I bet you they're free, and they should be better than what we currently have. If you care about stuff like that. Sharing is caring. Vehicle weapons. Yeah, so they're still free, right? Like, most of these vehicle weapons don't even cost anything. So our current mechs, our old mechs, that we're not really using, they've got a pulse weapon. We could, theoretically, you know, get a better weapon here. So if we're looking at pulse, we'd have the option for going Spirit Wolf Rail or Timberwolf Ion. Do I care enough to build these? I guess. Something to do. Seeing as we unlocked them. So the old weapon was Timberwolf Pulse. Timberwolf Pulse. So this weapon did 50 times 20. And total of 400 ammo. We could switch to Spirit Wolf Rail. 120 times 10. That's a damage downgrade. Right? 50 times 20. No, this is a little bit better, right? 50 times 20 is 1,000. This is 1,200. So, okay, a slight upgrade versus Timberwolf Ion. 150 times 10. Well, that seems to be the best in terms of total damage output. This is the new winner for mech weapons. Plus, you can fire it 40 times. Okay, that's pretty good, actually. You know, as far as mech weapons go, you can fire that a lot. And it does do a lot of damage. 1,500 damage per volley. Like, okay, that is a lot of damage. Okay. I don't think it's going to be amazing. But they don't really cost anything, so I'll build 2. It might be the best mech weapon for the near future. Unless we get an antimatter mech weapon. I feel bad I don't use my mechs, you know. And this might help convince me to use the mechs with better weapons. Alright, and then the rocket. This is a vehicle rocket rather than a ground rocket, like a troop rocket. We tried the fusion rocket once. It was kind of interesting. You get 8 rockets on a vehicle, and you can fire bursts of 4 rockets. So sure, if you've got the singularity tech, that's a lot of damage, you know. I don't think I'm going to do that, but hey, that's an option. Plus, we're out of research. I guess one of the perks is they are also free, right? So, if you want to fire a lot of rockets in a short time, this is a way to do it. But now we need new science. I want to get these torpedoes going. Definitely going to take a while, and the sonic rifles and the Timberwolf Ions are pretty low priority. But we could bring sonic snipers for our next mission. There's some hype. I think you missed the last stream, Rides. I spent all kinds of time talking about memes in Reddit last stream. We were talking about boomers and millennials and zoomers. All kinds of fun stuff. How old people that use Reddit are. All kinds of stuff like that. The War of 2020, exactly. It was alright. It was pretty lighthearted, you know. As you'd expect on my kind of channel. So, new torpedoes. Bam. Bam. And we're gonna want to build a lot more, but we're gonna send our first batch to Australia of 6. And then we'll build some more stuff, and then we'll build another batch. It's kind of like building orbital lasers. Send to Australia, please. X Air torpedo 6. Go. And of course, everyone finished their torpedoes at the same time. So equip. There's going to be a little bit of re-equipping, but this is maybe the last time we change our torpedo loadout. So at least this is perhaps the final wave of this. So this one is going to Europe. One of his old man Blue doing his old man boomer rants, talking about Slashdot and the old memes before they were memes. I forget them all. I've already forgotten them, but you know, last night I was full of them. Alright. Well, I should have just sent 8, clearly. But the Furies are what I really wanted to get upgrading quickly. Because I think they're going to get like the biggest bang for the buck upgrading to Singularities. Because they fire in such a big burst. It's just going to shoot stuff down. But, like, you know, the total damage also goes up. So if you're using Lotuses with only 1 torpedo mount, it's still... You know, you're doing a lot more total damage in a quicker burst. Plus, and I guess I hadn't really thought of this, my Lotuses do have a breaking, what we call it, a method of breaking point defense, so that the bigger torpedoes can still get through if I do a little bit of micromanagement. So, you know. Blue, doing some base management. You know how it goes. Hopefully the next wave of UFOs brings lots of new tech for us. Santa Civilians with his little elves, his weapon elves. Let's see, we're looking for torpedoes. Go. And I did not assign the engineers because why would I do that? At least we've got, before the next wave of UFOs, we've got some upgrades. I will have to consider, like, when do I want to upgrade my Furies, if I want to upgrade my Furies. Because there is a new tier, there's a new top dog in town. It's not the Cyclones, it's the Merlins? Yeah, we could build some Merlins to replace the... our previous lead, but we need a lot of heavy weapon systems, so I don't know if it's worth it, because we can build other really cool things like particle pulse weapons out of those. It's hard to say which one I should focus on. Alright, C-Team built their mech weapons. Let's continue building torpedoes for now. We're just gonna upgrade everyone's torpedoes, I mean, like... Why wouldn't you? It's just a straight upgrade. Hey there, Crusader Knight. I suppose we should be disassembling things, you know. Don't forget that. Does this count as singing? I think this is okay, right? This is pushing the boundary of my acceptable background, but la 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 is, you know, that's okay. It'll probably get copyright flagged, though. Just can't win. Torpedoes. More torpedoes. Everyone gets torpedoes. We're gonna get a UFO wave any second. I can just feel it. What I'm gonna do is, now they've built more than 2, my first wave of upgrading the bases, I forgot that Australia, North America, and Europe had more than the 3 Furies, so I didn't send them the backups. And I believe, if I remember, Europe needed 4 more. And then I want to have 8 for the next base. It's going to be a bit of transferring around. 9 a.m. in Italy. Nice. All the Europeans are starting to wake up and have some fun. Base management, everyone's favorite part of the day. Enjoy your breakfast of torpedoes, singularity torpedoes. They're better than Fruit Loops. Alright, Australia and Europe. Let's go Europe or Australia, whatever. Okay, Australia we only sent 2 more because there's only the 2. Perfect. Europe we sent 4 more because 1, 2... Nope. Bong. You have failed. It was North America that needed the 2. Okay. We're just going to ship 2 extras from Europe to North America. No big deal. Transfer Europe to North America. 2 extra singularity torpedoes that didn't need to send. And then, whatever, we'll figure it out. So that's 6 bases all upgraded now to the new singularity torpedoes. Bing, bang, boom. Alright. Now we will need to finish our construction to build, you know, this is 8 more. This is 8 more. This is 8 more. Okay, so we need 8 more per group. So did I queue up the correct numbers? 8 plus 2. I didn't queue up anything. This will be 8 more. This is the last wave of torpedoes for now that we need to build. And then this is actually 8 plus 2 plus 2. So it should be right. It should be fine. We got that sonic rifle, just in case it's not terrible garbage. Man, Mark IV weapons have just crushed my spirit. I really hope the railguns turn out a little bit better, to be honest. We gotta get some, we gotta get that civilian weapon sergeant as soon as we can. This seems to happen every time. We always get the energy for the Mark II and Mark III energy weapons. We get the weapon sergeant from the Seisons every time. Alright, damage upgrades continue. The main air game looking alright. I think I should just upgrade all the Corsairs next. As far as air game, our bombers are looking strong. But our old Corsairs are a little bit out of date. And I would like them to be upgraded before the final upgrade to the alien interceptors. Definitely would be smart. The whole world is in chat. Perfect. We got Australia, Netherlands, Italy, Canada. We got everybody. That's the whole world. Lots of different time zones anyway. And think of all the live tubers watching this anywhere in the world. It's crazy. They could be watching it on the moon even. Soviets this time. They could be watching it in the Soviet Union with subtitles. Not that there's no Russians that speak English, but you know, you gotta use YouTube's auto subtitler. There, gotta say it clearly so the subtitler can figure it out. The future tubers, they're everywhere, man. They're out on space. They're on that lunar colony. Remember, after the Earth got hit by the asteroid. This is their only form of entertainment that survived. Watching me play this game. Their history lesson, honestly. Well, time's up. UFOs are coming. Interceptors. Battle cruiser. Online. Cargo ship. We did one of those already. Okay, looks like we got a wave of mediums. As far as I know, unless there's a civilian one, I didn't check. None of these are going to be very valuable. We have gotten torpedo corvettes. Oh, we didn't do a supply ship yet. Okay, we got to do the supply ship mission. We 100% need to do the supply ship. Because we don't have it on the list. Where is Blue? Blue is in Canada. See you later, Luke. I'll probably be streaming in 30 minutes. It's likely. So this is the mission we really should do. Cargo ship. That's a new one. It's Sizen, but that's okay. So we want to clear out its interceptors. And then shoot it down. This guy, battle cruiser. We should probably try for the weapon sergeant. I don't know what the odds are of getting it on a large, but they shouldn't be too small. Corvettes, I mean, you know, it's civilians. Technically. What do we got here? Another Corvette with Sizens. We're definitely not doing that one, I don't think. This guy, another Corvette. Civilians, you know, maybe. Maybe it depends on the mission. Like, scouts, research. Like, ground attack sounds like the kind of place a weapon sergeant would go, right? In charge of your weapons tech. More than a research civilian ship. Let's just let our Cyclones deal with the interceptors. Alright, air battle, let's go. 2 interceptors. This is our old Phase 2 Corsairs. They're gonna get torn up by the cargo ship for a little bit. It appears that it has even longer range than the last version of cargo ships. So this whole idea of, you know, staying out of range, this is not going to work. Not ideal. Okay, remember, these are not contrails. These are Corsairs. We got to get a little bit closer. We might lose this one, to be honest. I hate these ships so much. They're not even very strong. They just constantly deal damage, and then if you stick around, you just lose. Yeah, this is why we need to upgrade to some new interceptors. We typically can shoot down the interceptors with the Corsairs, but when there's this at the same time, it's not easy. That's too bad. Well, We'll send some cyclones. They got a ways to go, but backup. Backup is on the way. Alright, well this mission should be easy enough. Corsairs, or Cyclones, you know, these are our Tier 3 super fighters. They're totally fine. Double kill. I think I want to build more of these particle pulse weapons. They're pretty they're pretty good. Might be my best interceptor weapon by a fairly long shot. Now, corvettes are no big deal. They've never been hard to shoot down. One torpedo will do it. I mean, our new torpedoes are pretty awesome. Hold on. I sent the wrong ships. Contrails aren't what you're supposed to send after battle cruisers, Blue. Tail over land for now. Okay, I'm hopeful if we just, you know, the problem might have been dancing around in the corner. We just have to go in and try to get these kills, right? Like, there's not enough time to get to the corners. These cargo ships just destroy you at range. Not that I had enough time to even do my little, Well, no, we had enough time. That was fine. That was good. One kill. And then we just do that one more time. I'm starting to get a feel for the contrail barrel roll. Yeah, I mean, that was much better. You know, the enemy ships were injured a little bit, but that's a better strategy anyway, rather than trying to hide in the corner where you just keep taking damage. Okay. Now, we don't really need... Well, the Cyclones... Oh, yeah, they'll be fine. Although, I suppose, in the nature of not letting it build a base, the Furies can handle it. This is going to do a lot of damage. Alright, let's see how 3... This is probably auto-resolve will just give us a perfect victory because it's so much damage. I just want to see what it looks like if we do it normally. Singularity torpedoes. I guarantee one volley is enough. Goodbye. Sure, it shot one down. We still did over 10,000 damage. Beautiful. I didn't send anyone after this Corvette. Could have sent one Lotus at each, to be honest. They're pretty darn automatic. Oh, much easier in manual if you wait till you're behind them. There's that. Well, let's see if we can still do this. As long as we're more agile. Took some damage there that we didn't need to. But once you're behind them, like, what can you do? Sorry, but, you know, Corvettes are just not very good at air combat, you know. And to be honest, battle carriers or battle cruisers, cruisers being one step up from cruisers being one step up from corvettes are still not very strong. Now they might shoot down the first one, sure, but it doesn't matter. As always, you could hold off on firing your torpedo until the little guys got closer. It's fine. Anyway, nothing to worry about. Okay, well, everything's been shot down. Missions are all over the place. Good, I finished my torpedoes before I completely forgot about things. South America needs their upgrades. I would say for the start, I mean, those were not very large craft, but the Singularity torpedoes seem pretty effective for now. We'll see once we get the bigger ships how it turns out, but I would imagine against other dreadnought battleship type things, having the bigger piercing shots are probably the way to go. We'll see. So, well, future tubers, this has been kind of a research analyze progress episode. I'm going to off-camera think about what missions we're going to do. To be fair, I might not record the corvettes. I might still do them on the hopes that we get a civilian commander, tactical commander, but there's nothing else other than that, hoping for a weapon sergeant. I'm not going to do the Sizen one for sure. And we do definitely want to do the cargo ship. So C-Team needs to secure us one cargo ship. We 100% have not seen those before. In Phase 3, they were known as supply ships. Now they're cargo ships. That leaves 2 corvettes and 1 cruiser, which I believe is more likely to have the weapon sergeant anyway. How much are the torpedo corvettes? The corvettes, I might just skip them, to be honest. They're not really worth any good resources at all. It would only be we would only be doing these for the hopes of a weapon sergeant and nothing else. And they'd still take a while. I don't know. I'll think about it. Anyway, thanks for watching, Future Tubers. Hope you guys have enjoyed. And next time, we'll got at least 2. You know what? That's enough. I guarantee you. We've got two missions this wave that I need to do. We'll skip the ones that I don't probably need to do. That'll make sense. Fair enough. All right. Hope you guys have enjoyed and have a great day.